Developing and designing a product's a very complex process, but one of the big failings I see is becoming precious about the thing that you're working on and not being pragmatic enough to make hard decisions. And often you'll see people who will develop a product because they passionately believe in it, only to find that it fails in the marketplace. And there are so many other complexities around product development. And if you're making a physical product, you've got to make it somehow. And the challenges around that in a rapidly evolving technology landscape are quite tricky at the moment. There are great opportunities in that, and through automation, lights-off manufacturing, 3D printing, all of these things now are making it much more democratic than it used to be in the past. You don't have to necessarily have a big investment behind that to get things going. You can use some of these technologies to start the process and test the market before you seriously invest heavily in hard tooling or complex manufacturing processes. One of the other things, and people are starting to be quite good at this, is co-designing. So if you're designing something for a particular customer, then you're involving them in that design process. And you're doing it in an incremental way so that you're not exposing yourself to too much risk by taking too big a step, that you're moving away from customer, I suppose, value, but constantly balancing that against the business value. So you don't want to design something that's going to be really expensive to make because it's a fantastic proposition to the customer. They would really value it, but you could never sell it at that price point. So this constant, every day you're making design decisions which are balancing those two tensions. So it's a real art, and it takes more than a person to do that. It requires a team, and innovation's a real team effort across all the business functions. And I think that's a failing, perhaps, for a lot of product development, is that it doesn't include all the other people across the business who play an important part in helping make that successful from the get-go. It's no good developing the product and then throwing it to them, expecting them to make it successful. If you're designing a product for today, it's not for today, it's for a future date when it goes into the market. So even 3 years out now, there's going to be a big shift in the business environment you're releasing that into. So you need to start thinking about that now. And today you have to have an understanding of what that business environment is going to be like in 3 or 5 years' time when your product's in the market. And I think a lot of people don't get that. They're designing today for today, not for the market it's going to be in.